Hello, welcome to Karma on Deck. This is your Libra reading for the week of January 22nd. So, welcome to Karma on Deck. Let's get started with your weekly tarot reading. Hold on, I got to change a date to it too. Mercury retrograde. It kept all the settings from the prior reading. All right. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you, Libra. I was a little late getting started. Hi, Rick. What's kicking? I was getting started a little late because I had some conversations about Saturday's tarot class. If you want to get in on that, let me know. Hi, Alicia. What's up? Telling you, these electronics these last couple days, nothing but minor inconveniences. Mercury is on the rise, so get organized. I mean, for me, Mercury retrograde has been all about the staying organized and having a little patience, and I've just pretty much been sticking to things that are necessary and not trying to do too much. So let's take a look and see what's going on for you, dear Libra. Page of Cups, new relationship or newness. So this could be anything from like a new job to a new friendship, but this is definitely a love, like a Cups energy. 10 of Cups, 3 of Coins, Hierophant, and 4 of Wands. So what this tells me with these cards right here, 10 of Coins and 9 of Coins, is that there's this energy that goes on right now for you regarding making decisions about your foundation. So the 4 of Wands is our card for our foundation. These are the 4 pillars of our life. So for you, Libra, there's this energy where you want to begin again, or you want to have a fresh start, etc. I do see the Hierophant for you. So the Hierophant's always about, she said, I need the Page of Cups. So we have this card here, and it's the Hierophant. Now, back in the day, this was how like religion and politics were combined, right? So the Pope and, the Roman Empire kind of had the politicians and the religion kind of mixed together. So it was kind of more like a demand, right? So this card also has to do with being pulled by strings like a puppet. And so perhaps there's like these ideas that you have about like what's driving me, what's making me move, how is it that I'm moving forward, what's behind all of the things that I'm doing. I'm also seeing like the Lover's card. So the Lover's card always talks about internal battle or a struggle. This is your divine masculine, your divine feminine. This is the internal battle that you have with going 2 different directions. I'm seeing the Knight of Cups, which is emotions. I'm also seeing the Fate card and the Page of Swords. And so this Lover's card, a lot of people think that, the instant they see the Lover's card that it's all magic. And what's true is the Lover's card is all about balance. And depending on how it sits in a reading, it's described to you as that word like an adjective. So the Lover's card is about trying to find balance, or trying to bring these 2 opposing forces together and create like a centrifuge instead of like these 2 polar opposites that are pulling apart from one another. I will say for you, Libra, there's been this energy of having a little bit of a short temper. So the Page of Swords is that card, which is the like snappy maybe, or feeling like you don't have very much patience and being a little impulsive. With the Fate card, the Death card, the King of Wands, the Devil card. So those are bad habits. We also see keeping things like your circle small. So you're not really wanting to be very social right now. The Death card is in play, and that's shifts and changes for you. And I will tell you that it's not going to be unpleasant. So a lot of us are resistant to change, and we have a tendency to think that once the word change pops up that it's like crap, we don't like it. We have a readjustment period. But just remember, a body in motion stays in motion. So if things are in motion, that allows more things to come to you. It's very fluid, right? We have the King of Wands. So I'm thinking that a lot of this has to do with employment and job opportunities. However, I don't see a job change. So there's a lot of decisions that have to be made for you right now. I do see that Libra is having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do with their money next. Because if you see here, there's a pentacle on top of a maze. So how am I going to make all of this work? I will tell you that things are going to pick up in pace with the 8 of Cups and relationship conversations. And that you might find yourself being a little emotional regarding that. And there's heightened awareness of communication right now with Mercury in play. And there's also this like influx of overabundance of emotions. So what we have are these feelings that are rising up, and we're not quite sure what it is we can do with them, or whether we should do anything with them. Ho'oponopono, guys, like let them flow through you like a screen door. Allow them to just pass through, acknowledge, recognize, my why. Okay. Why is one of my favorite things in coaching, and why is one of my favorite things with Ho'oponopono. I still talk about how like in November, someone made me upset And when I sat with it and did Ho'oponopono, I sat with the idea that it was myself that I was upset with. I was upset that I allowed someone to dupe me, or that I believed a narcissist, and that I fell for it again. And here's my skill set. It's so great, but then I still fell for it. And so I had to forgive myself for that. But I was so angry because, right? And so once I recognized that I felt like I slipped up myself, and I was able to forgive myself and make a better choice moving forward, that's how we just like, we tamp these emotions down and stuff them in a little box and put a cork on it, or in a bottle and put a cork on it. Eventually that cork is going to pop. Our emotions are going to come up one way or another. Now, for some of us, this, we continue in avoidance, and then we get frustrated, we get anxiety, we have this resentment, we don't know how to bury it, we don't know how to clear it, we don't know what it's about. So Ho'oponopono is a really amazing tool to use for doing that. Also meditation, like hearing the sound of your own voice. I can't stop talking about that enough. But I can tell you that the Wheel of Fortune tells us that this is like a wheel. Things are finally coming into play, and the cogs in the wheel are starting to move for you. So you might start seeing a little bit of activity going on that's a little bit quicker for you. You might see a pace pick up. And like I said, this is a foundation building period for you. I'm not going to say it's like the Hangman where it's like stagnant, but it's definitely like this growth period. And stagnancy or like pause phases tend to give us too much time to question things, right? I'm going to shuffle the cards and do the Libra weekly reading for the Libra moon. I do have the little chakra bracelet here. That's the giveaway from Dixie Rock. I wanted to talk about a little bit. I picked this up yesterday at Dixie Rock, and I went in there and played with their surprise bin. And for $10, I got a rune set. Where did I put my rune set? I must have put it away because it was my favorite treasure. So I got a rune set over there, and I have this chakra bracelet to give away. So if you play with the post that has the chakra bracelet, we're doing this giveaway. And the Tarot 101 class starts on Saturday if you want to get in on that. Saturday Mountain Standard Time at noon. That is on the website if you want to book your one-on-one or jump in on the class, karmaondeck.com. Let's take a look and see here. For those of you on my other social media, please join me on my YouTube, Karma on Deck. I would love your support over here. Girls Got Goals. So for you, Libra Moon, for those of you that aren't Libra Moon, you can still continue to listen. This might give some insight on how you're thinking and feeling, but here's the truth. Libra is feeling everything intensely. We have the Chariot card. Now, the Chariot obviously talks about a vehicle, talks about travel, etc. But the Chariot's little undiscovered pearl is that it talks about intensity. It takes a lot of focus to drive this Chariot, especially in the effect that these two horses have a mind of their own and they want to go in two different directions. So in order to get everything moving forward, we have to pull everybody together. It's intense, but not bad. So, we often use these adjectives and we think that they have a, just one specific meaning. Just like the F word, you can use it 1,000 different ways, an exclamation or in a good way or a bad way or whatever, for those of you that do use it. I will tell you though, Libra is spending some time on the computer, whether that's in class and I don't see it being in class, but I see a lot of time on the computer. That might be like research or even just like watching a lot of TV. Here's the thing for you, Libra. This is some relationship energy. A lot of emotions are coming up again. Don't be too harsh on your loved ones. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, and that's our bitch card. We all know when we're being a bitch, and there is this defensive behavior, this a little bit of lashing out and setting boundaries. And there's nothing wrong with setting boundaries, and it is often appropriate to be harsh with people when they're not listening, to get them to like snap. I mean, I swear when I was a paramedic, back in the old days, you used to just smack somebody when they were hysterical. We sure ain't allowed to do that anymore. But, it's difficult sometimes when people keep pushing our boundaries so far that we feel like we're about to snap. And we just really have to just be like, hey, enough of that. We're not doing that, right? So we have fatigue too for Libra. You're like thinking about all the things where you're a little bit worn out. But here's what's true. We have the Judgment card. So this can be good or bad. Now, there's a difference between being judgmental and having good judgment. This in this placement, it has to do with being of good judgment, yet you're not quite happy about the outcome of certain things, and you're really sick of things going the same way over and over again. We're indicated by the Seven of Pentacles, and this is repetition and redundancy and having to wait for the harvest. You can't force an apple in December. You got to wait. So here's the thing. We have the Emperor, which is independence, okay? And I see this like ability for you to stand on your own. Again, the Queen of Cups, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. talks to us about emotions. So what this is telling me is you have these overabundance of emotions and are looking to find balance, again indicated by the Temperance card. The Temperance card is that card that has to do with, like, she has 2 cups and she's pouring from one to the other. It's a good reminder to remember that you can't receive with your cup is full. So there's a lot of things that you do have to let go of in order to fill that cup. There is balance for you, 2 of cups, but here's the thing, speak to what you need, Libra. I'm picking up that your needs aren't getting met, and that's causing you to be a little fatigued. Overcommitment, say no to some things. One of my favorite coaching techniques is practice saying no for a day to everything, just to see how it looks. Like, what does it look like? How does it show up? And what are you processing when you say no? Like, do you feel guilt? Do you manipulate yourself? Do you give platitudes? I don't know, maybe. You know, like, be firm with your word. Let's take a look at the the divination of the ancients. I got my little runes right here that I got yesterday. Oh, they're precious. Dixie Rock is my favorite. So this is your card for the week, Divination of the Ancients, your theme. Let's see what this pops up as, Libra. Black cat, good luck. Are you thinking that luck, like a little break? Libra's looking for that break. So black cat references good luck. So there might be some opportunities that are coming your way that you haven't been paying attention to, or that might pop up as a surprise. And I would encourage you to be a little bit risky and accept gifts that come your way. Tarot class is Sunday at noon Mountain Standard. I've got a couple more spots open there. Sorry, Chanel. So there you go. Good luck. It's not exactly the dice card where it means take a risk, but you might find some relief. Remember, I said that things are going to move pretty quickly for you. So this little unhinging is about to happen for you. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will catch you on the flip side. What is she saying? Love and light, guys.